Welcome to another edition of What the Fuck Happenings here and there. In Mendham, yeah. So, tomatoes, getting bigger and bigger. Plants are almost 6 feet tall. Almost. So, it's moving right along. Neighbors sort of catching up, but still way behind. Yeah. So, it's looking pretty good. Anyway, just a quick tour. Tomatoes growing, some flowers there, but not much really. Somebody commented about these Christmas lights. They're not really Christmas lights. They're just lights. That's all. Just lights. You know, jeez, you're such fanatics, you people. So anyway, this is getting there too. Flowers starting to get flowery. Oh, the rose is opened over here. You know, the weak, sick plant. But man, it's got some nice, pretty flowers on it. Zoom in there. Give you a full view of that for a second, because it's kind of lovely. Might be the last year I get one, because boy, the rose bush looks like shit. I don't know what happened. Deer must have got in there and ate. I do have the front open there, so it could have reached in there and grabbed everything. So, all looking good here. Yep. So anyway, this view, a little bit of this over here. It's getting there, almost. I mean, pretty soon. Pretty soon, it's just going to be kind of amazing. Giant hibiscus are doing well. I just comment. Vox Neruda mentioned some hibiscus that flowers the first year you plant them, but these are special because they get the 1 foot wide flowers. I mean, big blueberries, which I have to cover better because the birds are eating them all, and so I have to do something about that. Anyway, swimming pool. Not really pool weather yet. It's nice, but it's just not really quite, it's overcast, not quite hot enough to make it worthwhile. Oh, I forgot my damn dirt bag. No surprise I would have a dirt bag. Yeah. Funny. I don't know why it's a bad thing, the dirt bag. So I collect my dirt in there, and I mix it with compost, and make lovely soil and whatnot, so I can have lovely flowers. And for what purpose? Sort of eludes me. Purpose. I don't know why I got into this flower thing exactly. 20 years ago I would have just said, "Oh, that's gay." Is still working? Anyway, yeah. But I don't know. Somewhere along the line there, somewhere I started gaining some appreciation for growing flowers. You can't grow food too easy because, food the deers really go after. And the raccoons and the rabbits and all the other beasties. So it's got to be only certain kinds of food. I'm going to have an awful lot of tomatoes. I'll be eating tomato sandwiches for a month. But that should be good for me, I think. I have acid for blood. Just saying. At least I will. Yeah, I'll probably get scurvy or whatever the fuck it is. But anyway, who cares? Subjects. I don't know if I have any. That was a couple of them. What the hell were they? One is that whole Freely banana girl thingy and DeLander guy and all this bitching and moaning that's been going on about, hating on the haters or haterings or drama bullshit. I mean, just this, nothing drama actually. I mean, nothing substantial. And over what? Two people who are known to be kind of reckless and, just not too methodical in anything they've done, but clearly pretty honest in the sense that Freely's admitted she didn't give a shit about animals when she became a vegan. So yeah, she sort of has a she slid into it accidentally, not by any active, her own conscious purpose. So she was selfishly vegan because, you know, good body means, you know, you might you might hook up with somebody who has some money. But unfortunately, yeah, she hooks up with the Lander guy who, or whatever, is a Darian, or whatever his real name is, Fred. Nice enough, I guess, if you like that kind of thing. Bicycle riders. It's not good for your penis, so, you know, I wouldn't go anywhere near that shit. Yeah, no way. Bad idea. Running, yes. Dancing in place, anything, but, you know, busting arteries in important places. Anyway, that's all a different subject. Probably, mostly. But anyway, look, these were known characters. She quite obviously has fake boobs. The other day in their conversation, she basically admitted to being a slut, and oh yeah, she slept with a bunch of Mr. Universe guys and this guy and that guy, you know. You know, and the Darian writer guy admits that he's, oh yeah, I used steroids because, you know, I had a butt ache, and you know, I figured I needed some extra, you know, some stuff to get over the butt ache. You know, medicinal, yes, medicinal purposes. So, you know, they're not health gurus. They're style gurus, and that's always been known. I mean, it's not, like I said, they got into this thing not because of the cause. They got into it to sell fitness books, for fuck's sake. I mean, you know, I just don't understand what your expectations are so silly. They're kind of a known quantity, and as long as they're not overtly dishonest about it, who cares? You know, if it gets some people interested. I mean, I frankly find vegans who are obsessing about cookbooks and shit to be colossally irritating. You know, oh, you have to, you know, how can you make your fake hamburger? Like, this is the most important. We got to duplicate a piece of crap as food item. There's a million things you can eat, but no, we have to duplicate meat. I don't think so. Anyway, I mean, stupid. So yeah, the Carrie McCarpet is calling them bullies now too, and it's just like, why are they bullies? Because they protest, you know, because somebody makes an accusation and they offer their defense, which is their defense. I mean, I'm just saying, I don't think there's a defense for this, you know, I'm a health guru, but yeah, I use steroids when I really need them. You know, no, I mean, it's kind of, you know, they're to my advantage. Convenient, you know, it's convenient. And, you know, the whole, you know, let's do the natural vegan thing with fake boobs. You know, that's kind of tacky, you know, on the surface of it, in my opinion. You know, I mean, I'm not a nature nut. I'm just saying, don't pretend to be like this, go through this whole fruitarian nonsense or whatever, as if this is our native diet, and then pretend it's, you know, we should have had bigger boobs or something. By nature made that mistake. When all you're doing is selling it to the cretins, actually. I mean, frankly. You know, big boobs aren't for loving, they're just for showing. Something like that. You know, it's show food. It isn't real food. Ugh. But anyway. Another subject. Often there's a whole nother subject somewhere hidden in the subjects. Often. I find. So, yeah, I just, you know, as soon as somebody starts doing this bullying thing, because there's no bullying involved, there's no threats, you know, they're any more dramatic than the threats made at them, you know, ooh, they copyright violated. So apparently this is how it goes, right? So these two girls make a composite video of some kind. I haven't seen it, I don't know what it was, But let's just say it's like cows mooing or something, and then getting spankings at the farm or whatever. You know, some vegan subject. And they make it out of somebody else's stuff, but they, you know, consider it fair use because they're doing it for educational purposes, and apparently shouldn't have too much of a monetary base to it, but we'll see. I can't be sure of that. I mean, there's all kinds of accusations being made. So anyway, so somebody else takes their content and reuses it, taking their label off of it, because frankly their label or their stickers don't seem applicable in a circumstance where you're using somebody else's content you didn't put stickers on. So, you know, I mean, if you're going to be that way about it, I'm going to put my sticker on somebody else's original content without having their sticker on the content, you know. But the truth is that the person protecting their copyright, so let's say these two girls legitimately think they did enough work and they wanted to monetize this stuff they took from somebody else, and you know, the monetization of it would be a little tricky, you know, copyright style ways. You know, I don't know, maybe it was public domain content, but remember, regardless, the point is it's their obligation to protect their copyright, so they have to actually sue. And you know, in American courts anyway, good luck. And good luck finding real damages, and good luck finding a truth that somehow the banana girl made a huge amount of money off some cow content or whatever the hell it was, some sort of vegan footage that she doesn't feel like making herself. But anyway, so that's what this is apparently all about, and who's a real vegan and who really cares about the cause and all of that shit. And frankly, I don't think any of these vegans really understand what the cause is, because frankly they all seem to be perfectly willing to accept all kinds of natural horrors. You know, yes, that's just part of life, it's okay. You know, they probably think, I don't know what they think actually, yeah, no point in even going there. You know, what concerns or worries them, I don't think has anything to do with anything called a real principle. It is just some sort of, I mean, they have turned it into a legitimate argument can be made by the conveniently selfish jackasses who think being vegan is pointless, or you know, for rotten reasons. So I'm not defending them at all, but I'm just defending the fact that it just sort of does give evidence that these people are style vegans, and they're playing this game where they're just saying I'm better than you or something. You know, they're not defending something real here, and you know, it's no good. But anyway, it doesn't really matter. It's just the bullying thing. I just found that kind of silly. And all this accusation of some sort of fraud, you know, just seems very, very excessive rhetoric coming from people when, again, these train wreck people, I mean, Banana Girl and the Darien Ryder guy have train wrecked all over the place, often, and so all this stuff is known. This isn't a secret. Her fake boobs aren't hiding somewhere. So if you think she's some kind of health nut or some kind of person of principle, well, you're wrong. You're stupid. What can I say? Obviously, you know, they're not looking for the job of being Pope. Okay, I mean, they're selling fitness books, not even vegan books, in the sense that, you know what I'm saying, they're not selling books about the horrors of animal consumption and animal exploitation. And maybe they would if it was to their advantage. I don't know. You know, they're cynically self-interested. And but I'm just saying, there's no, there's no, I don't think they're very well disguised as doing excellent charity work. I just don't know why people think that's what they're doing. You know, it's really honest charity work for the cause. No, they're doing something in their own interest, primarily, and they're just happy that it happens to be a good thing. You know, that it's a socially defendable thing. They're not doing something horrible like, you know, I don't know, I don't know, making child pornography or something. So, you know, instead of having the liability of defending themselves for making their money as, you know, child pornographers or something, they're making their money, you know, encouraging people to be, to adopt a lifestyle that's better for them, better for the environment, and better for the animals, which is kind of all win. But again, I wouldn't have built statues to them, you know, as great warriors in the cause, because they weren't in it for principle in the first place. Sorry that digging thing took so long. I gotta find a better spot. Find just the right worm shit. Yeah, it's a little complicated. Just any old worm shit won't do. You gotta find the right pile of it. So, sorry I dragged on. I was gonna make a separate video, and I probably should have, and maybe I will. I haven't watched all of Carrie McCarpet's videos, so I haven't gotten to the... I mean, there's just drama for the sake of drama, in my opinion. And I'm sure, in some respects, it's the old adage will be true when this is all over. You know, it'll just make everybody more famous. You know, everybody will just win from creating some sort of fight, because everybody wants to show up and watch the fight and see if somebody gets their pants pulled down, and blah 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 blah. And you know, because that's human nature, and blah 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 blah. And it's all quite unseemly. But to pretend there's a real horror happening here, there's a real tragedy in the vegan community, blah 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 blah. No, I'm sorry. That tragedy started a long time ago. You know, in the sense that the subject of veganism has always been polluted by two factions. You know, the faction that are doing this into nature thing, you know, reverence for Gaia, you know, getting back to our simian ancestry thing, the healthy thing, the feel good, look good thing, versus people who, I don't care. I don't care how healthy it is. I don't care about any of that shit. I just care that, yeah, I ain't gonna kill animals no more. I'm not gonna pay somebody to beat them up and slaughter them for me, because yeah, I've looked at enough bones on the table, and I finally figured out that yeah, I'm causing that. That thing's on the table because I put it there, not because it flew there, not because it wanted to fly into my mouth even. So yeah, fuck that. And nothing more. I'd be vegan if it took 10 years off my life. I'd be vegan if it gave me diarrhea. You know, I mean, there's some things I guess I wouldn't do. I wouldn't get cancer to be vegan probably, but oh, well, it depends. I would at my age, because at my age it don't matter, but you know, I wouldn't at 21 be vegan, you know, if it's going to cause cancer. But fortunately it does exactly the opposite. So yes, it's very convenient that doing the right thing is you know, perfectly good for you. Amazing. So few things are like that. So what else did I want to... So I don't have any horse in this race, so to speak. I thought Banana Girl, she came up with an interesting shtick. You know, she's doing the girl thing, so okay, yeah, I fall for that. But yeah, it was always superficial. Come on. You know, and the durian writer guy, whatever his name is. Sorry, I don't remember names very well. I know he has a name. Interesting character. It's nice to have characters on planet Earth. You know, yeah, he's young and kind of full of shit yet. But, you know, he might mature into something. Not a stupid man, obviously. You know, articulate. He doesn't need me to defend him. But, you know, I'm just saying. So, yeah, he's a little reckless. He makes mistakes. And maybe sometimes people make mistakes and they, you know, they kind of weasel around just admitting, yeah, I shouldn't have done that. I mean, there's plenty of times I said faggot and I didn't do the honest thing and just say, I shouldn't have said that. That was retarded. I probably shouldn't say cunt, and I should just admit I shouldn't do it. It's rude. But then as soon as I hear somebody say bully, I just like, I just want to say, oh, you fucking cunt. I mean, I've been beaten up by real bullies. I mean, this whole, you know, I've been intimidated where, you know, as a kid they would wait for me at the bridge. You know, and it was just this horrible experience of, oh, I'm going into the mud again. Fuck. And, yeah, it's just very humiliating and brutal to actually be beat up and punched in the face and all that shit. This idea that somebody's being bullied because they'll assert a right to throw back insults at somebody who's insulted them. Yeah, wow, ooh, bully. Oh, extortion, no, what, intimidation. No, I don't think so. So, everybody seems to still be talking, so I guess no one's been intimidated out of their free speech by all this drama. Anyway. So in other news, the Piro did show up, made a video from his lovely lake, his lovely home. Well, it's almost his, kind of, technically. It sounds like he's got a 700-year mortgage and, you know, all that kind of shit. But anyway, so, yeah. It'll be his eventually, maybe, someday. Possibly. So, yeah, so he's back. I mean, it's not that he went anywhere. He just posted to the wrong channel. Never did anything about it. But it's kind of funny. It just didn't even occur to him to say something like, you know, shit, I shouldn't just drop off the face of the internet for 2 weeks and pretend that somebody might not find that troubling. But anyway, I mean, not that I found it troubling. I just found it, you know, it's just something that rolls through your head. Oh, I wonder if there's nothing I can do about it, right? If he's dead, I can't do anything about it. If he's in the hospital, I can't do anything about it. Realistically. You know, so it didn't really matter. But I just mean, it just irritates me. It seems like it's a little bit rude, that's all. Not to be mindful of your audience. And, see, I don't like people. He claims to like people. And so that's the irony, right? Is that me, the person who doesn't like people, am more concerned about people being worried unnecessarily than the person who likes people. That's the world we live in. So look at this place. It's all to myself. I mean, yeah. I love holiday weekends. Excellent. People just leave this to go to some noisy, loud, obnoxious, stinky place. I mean, it's just, you know, I just don't get humans. Why would you, I mean, why would you not go here to go to some loud, noisy, stinky place? So anyway, that's all. I'm not going to put an add-on this one. So I don't think there was any other urgent subjects, right? working on the computer. Somebody gave me a really nice donation. I mean, not $1 million, but I mean, you know, more than $100, which is, you know, big. And I did buy a couple of, I mean, yeah, I keep buying crappy computers because I just can't help myself. So they're better crap than the crap I have. So that's the important thing, right? But yeah, bargain's a bargain, right? You just can't, I just can't not, you know. I'm a compulsive cheapskate. Because I really should have just taken the full amount and bought a real, you know, by my standards, a really good computer. But see, my worry there is you know, if you put down like 300 bucks or something, you know, you're not getting a warranty from eBay, you know what I mean? So you just, you know, if something goes south, then, you know, yeah, it's 300 bucks south. If I go south on 50 bucks, it's like, oh, okay, well, I could survive that. I won't cry, you know. I have a little sad face, but I actually won't cry. I actually haven't cried in an awful long time. It's just funny, sort of. I was a crybaby. What the fuck is that? Tumor, I guess. The plant has tumors. So the little thistles. Thistle, 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 the thistle song. Okay, yeah, the thistle song sucks. Yeah, I have to go in there. Look at all kinds of stuff over there and all kinds of stuff in there. But I have to wear like a hazmat suit going in there. Tick Central. Maybe I'll take a sheet with me, a white sheet if I can find a white one. Yellowish maybe. Anyway, I'll see if I can find something white and walk in there, and I'll see how many ticks I can collect. That'll be an experiment for some other day. Right now I'm going to enjoy this peace and quiet and no dogs and no bullshit. Be very nice. So anyway, until next time and such.